right? So if now they trying to say that evidence may connect the two murders, right? To me, it's clear that the prosecution team is listening to Reggie Wright Jr. Now, what can happen? What can happen is one of few things, right? But one thing that may can happen, because now that they connected, they saying there's some connection between Biggie and Tupac, right? Remember, this whole case started where Keefe D got arrested. It all started from Reggie Wright Jr., right? Remember, Reggie was a suspect. Greg Caden went to him after picking up Russell Poole's investigation and starting off with Reggie. But Reggie was able to mind F Greg Caden's dumbass, right? And Greg Caden went to Reggie as a suspect. Reggie spun him, mind effed him like he was Yoda, right? Like just spent that nigga head like a witch. And Greg Caden went for what Reggie told him. And Reggie has immunity, right? In the Biggie case. Reggie has said it himself that he has immunity in the Biggie case. Many of us that follow this case for so long have that audio of Reggie saying that he has immunity in the Biggie case, right? So if Greg Caden gave Reggie immunity in the Biggie case, what was Reggie's involvement for him to get immunity? Because if he had no involvement, he wouldn't need immunity, right? So what Keefe D's defense needs to do is when when they get Reggie on the cross examination is, or if they subpoena Greg Caden, is ask Greg Caden, why did you give Reggie Wright Jr. immunity in the Biggie case? Because remember, Reggie's the one that said Southside killed Biggie in retaliation for not getting their money for killing Tupac, right? Now, if Reggie is saying that Poochie killed Biggie by ways of Suge Knight putting out on hit on Biggie through Poochie, so if Suge allegedly got Biggie killed, could it be that Deathrow was expecting money for killing Tupac and didn't get their money for killing Tupac? This is why they killed Biggie? And they all was in it together with Keefe D? Could have Keefe D, for some apparent reason, played a part in this Tupac thing, and they got offered money to kill Tupac, allegedly, and Reggie allegedly, who calls himself the orchestrator or coined himself as the orchestrator when he was beefing with Trayvon Lane, talking about he don't have to use his hands. He don't have to use his hands because he's the orchestrator, right? When he was threatening Trayvon Lane. I don't understand how the prosecutors overlooked that when Reggie says it's RIP when you mess with Reggie. when he threatened Trayvon Lane. Talking about, oh, it ain't gonna be, it jams. Oh, it jammed when I got out the garbage can, it jammed. It ain't gonna be no jam with Reggie. It's gonna be RIP. How does the prosecutor not sit there and look at Reggie when he could blatantly threaten a person telling Trayvon Lane that he could kill him on the internet? That's no allege. I still have that video. So if Reggie told Greg Caden that Southside killed Biggie because they didn't get their money for killing Tupac, who told Reggie that? Where would Reggie get that information that Southside killed Biggie because they didn't get their money for killing Tupac? Who told him that? Now, how about this? Keefy D is saying that allegedly Reggie Wright Jr. orchestrated the murder of Tupac, right? Keefy D has said if he got locked up for Tupac, that Reggie should go to jail for Biggie because he know that he has his hands in it. That's his words. Suge Knight accused Reggie Wright Jr. of killing Tupac, allegedly. Reggie is saying that Suge killed Biggie, allegedly. However way you want to look at it, the circle keeps spinning amongst them right there. Keefy D, Reggie, and Suge, right? Who's to say, as Reggie believes that Keefy D is going to work a deal out, who's to say that Keefy D and Suge allegedly, I'm just speculating, are cooperating together with the prosecutor to give up Reggie? If they are now saying they got a link that this murder is connected to Biggie's murder, who's to say that Suge and Keefy D ain't working together now? The same guy that Suge said free Keefy D in Orlando wasn't the shooter, and Reggie got fired and he fired back. Who's to say that Keefy D and Suge aren't cooperating with the prosecution right now to give up Reggie? Remember the link between Tupac and Biggie in the investigation in this is Greg Caden and Reggie. Reggie is the one that told Greg Caden that Southside killed Biggie because Greg Caden went to Reggie accusing him and Deathrow of killing Biggie. But Greg Caden not being street smart and Reggie being street smart and on the police smart side was able to mind F Greg Caden and coach him right into giving him immunity. And once Reggie got immunity in the Biggie case, he felt clear because he knew nobody was going to allegedly implicate him in the Tupac case. And so he knew ain't nothing they could do right now. Even if they figured out Reggie was behind killing Biggie, there's nothing they can do because he had immunity or a proffer agreement. And he's not dumb enough to talk about it like Keefy did.